Okay, come to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Place your hands on your knees. Let your shoulder blades slide down along your back and close your eyes. Come to your breath. Place your hands in front of your heart. The focus of this class is twist, and our intention is to release any tension we're holding in our body and in our mind through these twists. Place your hands on your knees. And before we begin this practice, we're going to learn Ujjayi breathing. For Ujjayi breathing, you constrict the back of your throat as if you're whispering. You can hear your own breath, but it's not so loud that the rest of the room can hear your breath. Inhale to the count of 4, and exhale to the count of 4. Just very gentle constriction along the back of your throat. If you can increase your breath to 5 or 6. Keep length in your spine. If you have trouble sitting with a straight back, you can sit up on a blanket. Good. Slowly and consciously open your eyes and come into a tabletop position. Place your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips so that your joints are stacked. Inhale your chest forward into cow pose. And exhale, round your spine into cat pose, pressing your hands into the mat and rounding your spine towards the ceiling. Inhale your chest forward and your hip bones towards the ceiling. Collarbones spread wide. And exhale, round your spine, pressing your hands into the mat. Inhale your chest forward. And exhale, round your spine, pressing your hands into the mat. Keep going at your own pace with your own breath. On your next exhale, come into a neutral spine. Firm your left hand into the mat and thread your right arm under so that your right shoulder rests on your mat. On each exhale, let go a little bit more and enjoy this twist. Inhale, press your left hand into the floor and come back into a tabletop position. Inhale, firm your right hand into the mat. And on the exhale, thread your left arm under so that your left shoulder rests on the floor. On each exhale, let your shoulders sink deeper into the mat. Good. Inhale, press your right arm into the mat and come back into tabletop position. Firm both hands into the mat especially your index finger and thumb. Tuck your back toes, and on the exhale, come into a downward dog, bringing your hips towards the ceiling. In downward dog, you can walk your feet out. Making sure to press your hands into the mat. Armpits face toward each other as your shoulder blades draw down along your spine. Most important in this pose is to keep a long spine. I'm going to give you an assistance. Inhale forward into plank pose so that your shoulders are over your hands. You may need to step your toes further back on the mat. Good. Firm your hands into the mat. Shoulders go into the shoulder socket and shoulder blades go down along the spine. The area between your shoulder blades presses up. Good. Belly's engaged, drawing in and up. Exhale your knees, chest, chin into the floor. Inhale, press your hands into the mat and slowly straighten your arms to go into a cobra pose. Claw your fingers into the mat and draw yourself forward so that your chest draws towards the front of the room. The little side, your pinky toes go into the mat. The little toe side of your foot presses into the mat. And exhale, release down into the floor. Inhale here. And exhale, come back into a downward dog. Hold your downward dog for 3 breaths. Slowly walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Place your hands on your hips, and with bent knees, come back into standing position. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, fold. Place your hands on the floor, on your shins, or on your thighs, whatever works best for you. Inhale your chest forward, and exhale, step into plank pose. Inhale here, exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. And inhale, press your hands into the floor into a cobra pose. Chest draws towards the front of the room. Exhale, release, and press into a downward dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Remembering to claw your fingers into the mat, especially your index and thumb. Shoulder blades draw down along the spine. Inner thighs draw towards each other without actually moving your feet. Most important is to keep a long spine. Slowly walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale your chest forward. And exhale, fold. Place your hands on your hips, and with bent knees and a firm belly, come back into standing position. Exhale, release your hands, and we'll repeat one more time. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale your chest forward. And exhale, step back into plank pose. Inhale here, and exhale, release your knees, then your chest, then your chin to the floor. Inhale, press your hands into the mat, and come into cobra pose. Drawing your chest towards the front of the room. Exhale, release, and press into downward dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Press your index finger into the mat, and your armpits roll in to face towards each other. Slowly walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale your chest forward, and exhale, fold. Place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, and with a firm, strong belly, come back into standing. Exhale, release your hands. Close your eyes. Come back to your breath. Inhale, open your eyes. Exhale, bend your knees, placing your fingers on the floor. Inhale your arms up so that they're next to your ears. Keep your belly engaged and your tailbone neutral. So you're not overly bending your spine. You're keeping it straight.
Zeus, quiet.
Inhale here, and exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee. I'm going to mirror you. Press your right arm into your left knee and face the door side of the room, feeling this twist.
Well, he's not going to stop. If you want parking, you want him in the room, it's up to you. Okay, lay down.
Inhale, press your feet into the floor, and exhale, twist a little bit further. And inhale, come back into your chair pose. Arms next to your ears. Inhale here, and exhale, twist towards the window side of the room, pressing your knee into your elbow and your elbow into your knee.
Lemon.
Hold for one more breath. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And then inhale, come back into your chair pose. Arms next to your ears. Then come straighten your legs. Hands in front of the heart. And close your eyes. In Tadasana, you ground your feet into the mat. Engage your leg muscles. Your belly draws in and up. Your tailbone points towards the mat. Shoulders back, and your shoulder blades slide down along your spine. Face is relaxed. Open your eyes and release your hands. Now we're going to practice a twisted half moon pose. I'll demonstrate first. For this pose, you'll need your block. So inhale, you place your left leg in front of you, and exhale, hinge from your hips, placing your right hand on your block, lifting your right leg. You can keep your hand on your hip, or if you feel stable, you can lift your left arm up and bring your gaze up. Okay, so step towards the back of your mat. Place your left leg in front of you. Inhale, ground through your left foot. And on the exhale, hinge from your hips and place your right hand on your block, which should be about a foot in front of your left foot. Engage your left leg muscles, ground to the floor, and place your hand on your hip, your left hand on your hip, and twist towards the door side of the room. Tailbone points towards the back of the room, belly draws in and up. If you feel stable, you can bring your left arm up. Keep your right leg engaged and strong. And if you feel steady, bring your gaze towards your left hand. Inhale here, and exhale, step out of the pose. towards the back of your mat. Good job. Now we'll repeat on the other side. Place your right leg in front of you. Inhale, round through your right foot. And exhale, hinge from your hips, placing your left hand on your block, which should be about a foot in front of your foot. Inhale, press into the floor, and exhale, bring your left leg up. Right hand on your right hip. Engage your standing leg. Keep your core strong. And if you feel stable, on the inhale, you can bring your right arm up and bring your gaze towards your right hand. Very good. Careful not to overextend your standing leg. On the exhale, you can release your leg back down towards the mat and come back to a standing position. Good job. Come to face the long end of your mat, feet about 3 feet apart, facing the door side of the room. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale, ground through to the mat. And exhale, hinge from the hips forward. Place your hands on the ground. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Place your left hand under your head. And inhale your right arm up to the ceiling so that your gaze is towards your right hand. Keep grounding through the little toe side of your foot. Shoulder blades on the back. Inhale here, and exhale, release your right hand back down to the mat. Inhale, place your right hand under your head, ground to the floor, and inhale, bring your left arm up to the ceiling, bring your gaze to the ceiling, legs engaged. Feet pressing firmly into the mat. Inhale, press into your right hand, and exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale here, and exhale, release your left hand to the mat. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Come back into a downward dog. Hands at the front end of the mat. Inhale here, and exhale, release into child's pose. Knees to the mat. Your arms can either go out in front of you or they can go along the side of your body. I'm going to give you an adjustment. Just let go here. Come to a seated position at the front of your mat. We'll do a seated twist now. I'll mirror you. Bend your left knee. Place it on the outside of your right knee. If both of your sitting bones don't ground on the mat, you can straighten your right leg. Good. Inhale, ground through your sitting bones. Place your right hand behind you. Wrap your left arm around your knee. Inhale, ground through your sitting bones, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist a little further, bringing your gaze towards the back of the room. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, come back to face the front of the room. Straighten both of your legs. Bend your right leg and place it on the outside of your knee. Ground through your sitting bones. Inhale, lengthen. Place your left hand behind you, and your right arm wraps around your knee. You can place it on the inside of your knee for a deeper stretch if you like, or you can just wrap your arm around your knee. It's up to you. Press your foot into the mat, your right foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, grounding through your sitting bones. And exhale, release back to the front of your mat. Come to lay down. Bend your knees so that your feet are under your knees, pressing into the mat. And we'll practice bridge pose. So ground through your feet, press your shoulders into the mat, your head into the mat. And on the inhale, lift your hips, your belly, and your chest. Palms face up towards the mat. Tailbone points towards your pubic bone, and your pubic bone points towards your belly. Your chest moves towards your chin, but your chin does not move towards your chest. Inhale here, and exhale, slowly release back towards the mat. We'll practice one more time. So palms on the mat, feet press into the mat, shoulders and head press into the mat. And inhale, slowly lift your hips, your belly, and your chest. Your chest moves towards your chin. Inhale here, and exhale, slowly release back towards the mat. Straighten your legs. Bend both of your knees so that your feet are under your knees. Shift your hips a tad bit towards the door side of the room. And let your knees drop towards the window side of the room. Keep your shoulder blades grounded onto the mat. I'll place a block under your knees. Bring your gaze towards the door side of the room. Arms go outside towards your body. On the inhale, come out of the pose. Bring your knees up. Shift your hip towards the window side of the room. And let your knees drop towards the door side of the room, keeping your shoulder blades grounded on the mat. Let your gaze fall towards the window side of the room. On each exhale, let go a little bit more. Inhale, bring your knees back up, come out of the pose. Straighten your body on the mat. Grab the outsides of your feet and come into happy baby pose. Your calves are perpendicular to your thighs. And your feet face towards the ceiling. So there's a right angle between your thighs and your calves. Rock from left to right if that feels good. And slowly release your legs and come into a resting position, Savasana. Does anyone's lower back feel uncomfortable in this pose? Okay. Does anyone want a blanket? Okay. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. On the inhale, feel your chest and belly rise. And on the exhale, feel your body sinking into the mat. On each exhale, feel yourself let go a little bit more. Now bring your attention to your feet. Your ankles. Your lower legs. Your knees. Your thighs. Your pelvis. Your belly. Your chest. Your lower back. Your upper back. Your shoulders. Feel your shoulders releasing onto the mat. Bring your attention to your upper arms. Your elbows. Your lower arms. And your hands. Bring your attention to your neck, your throat, your jaw. Release the jaw. Release the tongue. Feel your face soften. Let your head get heavy and sink into the mat. Keep your awareness on your breath. Keep letting go on each exhale. Come to roll over on your right side. Press your left hand into the floor and press your body up into a seated position. If you have trouble sitting with a straight back, you can place a blanket under you. Close your eyes. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Bring your gaze towards your hands. Bow your head. Open your eyes. And open your eyes. Thank you for joining me. And namaste.
Namaste.